Right. Hey, it's Terry Bontemps. My last name means good times in French. And I plan on having a great time. Every time I do one of these videos, it just gives me a chance to express what I love doing. I'm like an artist, like a Rembrandt and a Picasso. Anyway, hey, today we're going to be talking about estate planning. Again, this is my favorite subject because it's important. Uh, I've been having an estate plan. I've had a irrevocable trust probably for the last 10 years. We're 2025. Maybe five, maybe, oh man, time flies. But I've had it for quite a while. I went to a seminar years ago learning from a guru, and he says, you know what? Got to protect your assets. I said, because if you don't protect your assets, these lawyers will tie into everything you own, and your creditors own it, bill collectors own it. Uh, let's just say you're driving along and you get in a car accident, no fault of your own, and you get sued for $1 million. That $1 million will attach to every single property. And if you found, guilty, that $1 million is going to apply to every property that you own. So if you own 10 properties, you own them free and clear, guess what? That lawsuit, bam, just attached to all 10 properties until that $1 million is paid. So if you were buying real estate and had every intention of pass that on to your heirs, it's just been jeopardized. And I went up to that seminar. I go, okay, I hear what he's saying. I hear what he's saying. And something happened to me. I don't know what it was. I can't remember, but it still sticks in the back of my mind where I was threatened to be sued. And, or I can't remember exactly, but the first thing I thought about, man, my real estate. And I said, whoa, okay, I'm going to go out and, protect my assets by getting an estate plan. Okay. So I didn't get sued, never been sued. I'm just saying this because, ladies and gentlemen, we're so busy with life that we sometimes forget to protect what we work for. You look up and you spent 10, 15, 20, 25 years grinding, working hard, trying to make it. And boom, something happens, and voila, that whole empire that you worked so hard for is now at risk. So again, estate planning is so important. I helped my mom set up her estate plan. I had my uncle set up his estate plan, and I have an estate plan. And I've talked to my daughters about, hey, look, this is what happens if something happens to me. This is what I want you to do. This is what you do. This is how you do this. This is how you do that. And, there was never a point of that. Why are you talking like that? Because you're going to leave. I said, because I am going to be leaving one day. And I want you guys to know where everything is located and where's the documents at so that you know what to do. I don't want it to be opposite. I don't want it to be chaos. I don't want you guys to guess and try to figure it out because it's hard. It's hard on me. Just, trying to get all this stuff set up, but I find a pleasure in it. I enjoy it. And there's one Bible verse that says, hey, a good man leaves the inheritance to his children. And I plan on doing it. Okay. So again, I got 45 years in, and I'm in the third quarter of my life. I like to look at it as quarters. I may be in the fourth quarter. I'm not in overtime yet, but I figure I'm in the third quarter. Okay. And I still got a lot more I want to do. And I have a lot more I want to build and grow and leave to my daughters. I got the greatest daughters in the world. And if you know what I'm talking about, raise your hand and say amen, Pastor. All right. So what are we talking about? When you provide this information, it will help you create a tailored estate plan that aligns with your goals, um, that protects your assets, and ensures your wishes are carried out. So, an estate planning, people think, well, that's just, to pass on to future generations, pass down. Whether that's acquiring wealth, multiplying the wealth, keeping the wealth, and passing it down. But I think something more crucial is the asset protection. So we're looking at two things, make it a bonus: asset protection and estate plan. And you know what I will say, man? Come on now, you've been with me for a while. What's the magic thing? What brings us all together? Look, talking about this, just talk, just talk, just talking, just talking. A lot of talking. Okay, how much actually register, right? How much actually register? And then what's the next step? What's the gap? There's a gap. I went to the seminar talking. I read the book talking, right? I have a coach talking. But that's kind of like where it stops. But now with AI, oh man, let's go another step further. Hey, let's take the next step. What do? I have a question. I'm thinking of something, Terry. I need to develop a prompt. This is weighing on me. How do I move to the next level? Go to WealthMentor.AI, Terry Bontemps, right? We're gonna go ahead and have a conversation. There's that share screen. There we go. Come on up. Let Terry Bontemps help you. You got on over. Guess what? Hey, I'm interested in estate planning. What information do you need from me to get started? See, I've probably given you guys 10, 11 prompts right now. If you've been following the Wealth Management Suite, I've probably given you 8, 9, 10, 11 prompts to just go right in so that you can get started immediately. You ain't trying to figure it out. I'm helping you. So I already know the answers. I already asked the questions. I already know what it's going to say. I already know what we're going to do. And that makes it easy, right? I'm not trying to leave nothing for you to try to figure out on your own. But see, you got to start thinking. See, this is why you need your own so that you can think about your own particular situation. Think about this, you guys. Woo, you got kids, children, grandkids right now. Man, you talking about improving their lives? See, I don't think we should keep AI away from our kids. I think we as parents, our guardians, need to guide them on their journey so they can be whatever they want to be in life, right? If you can assist them and help them and guide them and give them information and show them how to, there's an old saying, give a man or woman a fish, you feed them for the day, right? Teach them how to fish, you feed them for life. But own the pond and you never have to worry about fish again. See, AI is that pond so where you never have to worry about fish again, right? See, so, think about it. Your children have to figure out life. And it's always nice to have a mentor, a guide, or someone to move them. For me, it was my uncle. When I talked to my uncle about real estate, I noticed that, that was something I liked. And he showed me his real estate, right? He actually bought a house. I told him I was walking to school in my high school, and I told him, hey, there's a house. He bought that house. Now, again, my uncle dressed in Levi's and a t-shirt, drove a whole raggedy van. You wouldn't have known he was wealthy. But because he took an interest in me, he kept talking about real estate. So I furthered my studies by, learning as much as I can, going to seminars and doing what it took to be, an expert at real estate. But he was my guy. So, our children, they need guides. They need direction. They need answers. We need to figure out how to help them make their brain think about things. And the world is their oyster with AI. Who wants to limit their children, right? Help them understand math. I remember in elementary school, there's a guy named Manuel. Again, I remember this because I didn't understand math. I was having a hard time. I was struggling. Manuel showed me math in a simple way that made it easy. Now I'm a lover of math. I'm a geeky dude. All right, so I know I'm going farther than I should. Let's go ahead and get this started. So, what do you need to get started with your estate plan, ladies and gentlemen? We need information, your personal information, your assets. A detailed list of your assets, including real estate property, rental properties, vacation, bank accounts, investment accounts, retirement accounts, business interests, personal property, life insurance policies. That's a lot, but it's going to be well worth it. Once you got them papers figured out and signed and you can see them, oh man, it's like a load off your shoulders. Okay, what about those liabilities? You got the debt, okay? Who's the beneficiary, okay? Names of the individuals or organizations you wish to designate as your beneficiary. Specific instructions for how you want your assets distributed amongst them. Okay, this is for you personally. Ain't got nothing to do with nobody else, what anybody else does, right? It's what you want to do. What's your goals? What's your primary goal for estate planning, such as minimizing estate taxes, providing dependents to loved ones, taking assets from creditors, lawsuits, supporting charitable causes, ensuring a smooth transfer of business ownership. Legal documents, copies of the existing estate planning documents, such as a will, trust, power of attorney, and advanced healthcare directives or living wills. Guardianship preference. If you have minor children, the names of individuals you'd like to designate as the guardian in case something happens to you. That's important. Woo! Healthcare decisions. Executor or trustee, the name of the person or institution you want to appoint as the executor of your will or trustee of your trust. So important. Somebody you trust, the trustee of the trust got to be someone you trust. Your backup options in case your first choice is unable to serve. So you need a backup trust of the trust, the trustee, the trust. You need a backup trustee in case the person can't serve. Charitable giving, details of any charitable organization you wish to support. Business success planning, information about your business, including ownership structure, valuations, your plans for transferring ownership and management after your passing. Tax considerations. Special circumstances, any family dynamics concerns, blended families, special needs dependents, estranged family members, potential disputes among heirs. Future plans, any anticipated changes in your financial situation, such as selling a business, buying a property, or retiring. Providing this information will help you create a tailored estate plan that aligns with your goals, protects your assets, and ensures your wishes are carried out effectively. See, what's interesting is this. I know what the plans are. But if I didn't have this plan, this blueprint for my daughters, once I'm gone, they'd have to figure out themselves. And they're living life, they're struggling with life, they're in the struggle, they're dealing with their daily needs and activities. I don't want to put any more stress on them. Matter of fact, I want to make it so easy. I want them to say, my daddy's the best. He made sure we didn't have any stress. It's going to be stressful enough just dealing with someone passing. We all understand that, but I don't want to make it any harder on them. I want to make sure they understand where everything's at. Dot the I's and cross the T's. Give me an example. Come on now, give me a hypothetical example, Terry. Oh, let's go for a estate plan for Sarah Thompson. Who is Sarah Thompson? She's 52. She's a real estate investor. She's a business owner. She's married, 2 children, 18 and 22. Her net worth is $5.5 million. How did she get that? Real estate portfolio of $3.5 million and 500 properties of vacation home. Investments account, $1.2 million in stocks, bond, and mutual funds. There's a retirement account of $500,000, a 401k, and an IRA. Does he sound like financial education, ladies and gentlemen? I'll talk about this. We weren't taught about money. I hear that all the time. I wasn't taught about money. They don't teach us about money in school. They should teach us about money, which I believe also. Just give me some education, some knowledge for a lead. Right? My parents didn't teach me about money. We didn't come from money, right? But people that have money, this is what they do, right? They have an estate plan. They're not just going to let, the government, tax people eat up everything they work so hard for. A lot of your politicians, I would guarantee you, 99% of the politicians out there have estate plans. The rich, the wealthy, they have estate plans. So what are we doing? We're democratizing. What does that mean? Hey, Terry, guess what? What they know, the person that has nothing, zero, should know it also. Okay? It's equal opportunity to learn about this. And so what am I doing? With my AI infrastructure and my resources, my knowledge, my WealthMentor.AI, I'm trying to get this information out so people can have more information, more knowledge. Make it accessible. Wealth is your access. AI is your access to wealth, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm trying to make it accessible to not just those that have, but those that don't have. All right? It don't matter. It's equal opportunity wealth, but don't care about your education, don't care about your schooling, don't care about your money, don't care about your grades. They don't care where you live, whether you own a house, you don't own a house, whether you rent or whether you buy. It don't care. It's equal. So this information is equal to anyone. Minimize estate taxes is the goal. Ensure a smooth transfer of assets to her children. She wants to protect her assets from potential predators. There you go, ladies and gentlemen, right there. Write that down. Put that on your toilet seat or on your refrigerator. Paste it there. Protect the assets from potential predators. Provide for her husband and children while supporting a charitable cause. Identifying estate plan goals. Sarah's primary goals include asset protection, safeguard that real estate portfolio, investments from lawsuits and creditors. Lawsuits and creditors, you got to protect them, ladies and gentlemen. Please, please, if we don't do anything else, please protect them. Now, I had to pay about $1,800, $12,000 to have my attorney set up, okay, my irrevocable trust. I'm going to do this. I don't want to do it now. I'll do it once I get finished. I'm going to have my AI create an irrevocable trust document form so you guys can see how powerful this AI is. Okay. All right. So again, tax minimization, reduce taxes to maximize the inheritance for the children, reduce estate taxes to maximize the inheritance for our children. Who doesn't want that? Right? Reduce the taxes and maximize the inheritance. This is how you model. This is how you learn. This is financial intelligence. This is financial education. This is what we all complained about that we didn't get from the high school that we went to or from our parents, right? Because it's been hard. It's hard to break it down like this. AI, I'm all in. I'm all in, ladies and gentlemen. I am all in. You need to be in also because there's things you need to understand and know. AI can help you get there. It's a vehicle. Access to wealth. All right. Wealth transfer ensures our assets are distributed according to her wishes. Charitable giving. Leave a portion of the estate to a nonprofit organization she supports. Business succession. Plan for the transfer of real estate business to her children. Create the estate plan. Revocable living trust. Sarah established a revocable living trust to hold her real estate portfolio investment accounts. The benefits. Hey, the benefits of having an estate plan. It avoids probate, ensuring a smooth transfer of assets to their heirs. Allows her to maintain control of her assets during her lifetime. While she's alive, she's still in control. She can change it if she wants. Provides privacy. Oh man, that's a good one. Privacy. That's major. I think that's right up there, almost number one. If it ain't one, it's number two. Privacy. No one knows about this trust. It's not accessible to the public. Okay, it's a private document. Provides privacy. I love that. Okay, it's not a part of the public record, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody knows your business. So guess what? That lawyer that's out there looking to try to attach to your assets don't see nothing about you out there. They go, damn, that person must have went to a Terry Button seminar because I can't find nothing on them that I can attach to. No, you're not attached to my assets to make your money. That don't make good business sense. All right, irrevocable living trust. Okay, it's just another type of trust. Sarah creates a irrevocable living trust to hold her 1 million life insurance policy. It removes the life insurance proceeds from a taxable estate. Wow. I didn't even know that. That's really interesting. Life insurance policy. I'm going to have to look into that myself. It removes the life insurance proceeds from a taxable estate. Wow. Man. Okay. I got to get off this video and give my call to the lawyer and see if we can get that life insurance off that and put it into another trust. Wow. Ensures the policy's death benefit is distributed to her children tax-free. Ensures the policy's death benefit is distributed to her children tax-free. Gosh. Charitable remainder trust. Sarah transfers $500,000 of her investment portfolio into a charitable remainder trust. Provides her with the income stream during her lifetime, reduces her taxable estate, leaves the remaining assets to her chosen nonprofit organization. 529 college savings plan. Man, guys, how would you know how to do this if you didn't have AI? You would probably have to call a lawyer, attorney, for that $450 an hour. Let him explain all this to you. Go ahead and pay the fee. Guess what? It's worth it. It's worth it. It's worth it. Whatever you pay a lawyer to set up your your trust is worth it because the peace of mind is going to give you and your children to make sure your wishes are going where they need to go. But look at it this way. Imagine you just got this information. WealthMentor.AI just got it, Terry Bontemps. I need to hook up with this guy because he's going to teach me how to build my own AI. He's going to teach me about building wealth in real estate. And I'm seeing something called trust that I've heard about, didn't know much about, and I'm able to go in and do and read for myself what he has right here on this video. Just this is one thing. This is one thing. Estate planning. I trust. Wow. Durable power of attorney. Senator appoints her husband as her financial power of attorney with their eldest child as the backup. All right, so I don't know who my beneficiaries are going to be, Terry. Well, if you're married, make it your husband. If you're married, make it your wife. Okay. Eldest child, or it could be a relative, whatever you decide. Ensure someone she trusts can manage her financial affairs if she becomes incapacitated. Okay. Advanced healthcare director creates a living will and appoints her husband as her healthcare proxy. Business succession plan. Sarah establishes a succession plan for a real estate business. Her oldest child, who's actively involved in the business, will take over the management. How simple is it? Oh man, tax minimization strategies, annual gift, step up basis, grantor retained annuity trust. Sarah transfers 1 million of her investment portfolio into a grantor retained annual trust. Oh, I didn't know about this. Reduces the value of her taxable estate, provides her with an annuity payment till time, asset protection strategies, umbrella insurance policy, also to provide additional liability. I ain't going fast in this, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm reading this for myself. LLC for rental properties, implementation and review. She works with an estate planning attorney. So where do I get this from, Terry? Right there, an estate planning attorney. Sarah works with an estate planning attorney to draft and execute all necessary documents, including a trust, will, and power of attorney. Regular updates. She communicates with her. She discusses her estate plan with her family to ensure everyone understands her wishes and the roles they will play. Communication, results, and lessons learned. Tax savings. She reduced her taxable estate by 1.5 million through the use of a trust. Wow. Asset protection. Her real estate portfolio is shielded from potential lawsuits. Shielded from potential lawsuits. Shielded. That's it again. Shielded from potential lawsuits through LLCs and umbrella insurance. Wealth transfer. Her children will inherit her assets without going through probate. Last thing you want to do is go through probate, ladies and gentlemen. Last thing you want to do is go through probate. Don't let nobody talk you into going through probate. Last thing you should ever want to do. Charitable impact. Sarah supports her favorite nonprofit organization. Lessons learned. Start early. Estate planning is most effective when implemented well before retirement. Well before retirement or major life events. Don't wait till it's too late. That's all I'm gonna say. Don't wait till it's too late. Because when you do your trust, you have to be in the right state of mind. Let's just say, for example, someone's been talking about getting a estate plan for all 150 years. The children are starting to notice that the parent starting to forget things. They're not in the right state of mind. So when you go to that attorney, they're going to make sure the parent is in the right state of mind. They're not in the right state of mind. Can we do a trust? Please make sure you do this before. Please make sure you do this while the person's in the right state of mind. Use trust strategically. How to use for minimize taxes, protecting asset. I love that. Minimize taxes, protecting assets, ensuring privacy. Those three things are major right now. Minimize taxes, protecting your assets. 3, ensuring privacy. Ooh, come on now, ladies and gentlemen. Say this with me. One, minimizing taxes. Who doesn't want to minimize taxes? Two, protecting your assets. Protect what you work so hard for. Three, ensuring your privacy. Privacy. Nobody needs to know this. Not even relatives, not even family and friends. Just only the people that I'm doing it for. Communicate with the family. Just have open communication. Communication prevents misunderstandings. Sure that everybody is aligned with the plan. When the day comes, everything's taken care of. Conclusion. This hypothetical case study demonstrates how strategic estate planning can achieve multiple goals, including tax minimization, asset protection, wealth transfer, transferring the wealth, passing the wealth down, generational wealth by leveraging trust, gifting strategies, and legal protections. Sarah Thompson ensures her legacy is preserved for her family and guess what? When you see this, it means it ran out of space, but I'm not going to, what I should type in here was please continue. But remember I said I was going to make a revocable trust. So please create, let's see if it'll do it. Create a revocable living trust for Terry Bontemps estate. Terry Bontemps. Hey, the trust for Terry Bontemps. There's something else I feel like I need to put in there. For me to model and learn from. Let's see. Now remember, there's three questions at the bottom, two late stop. Again, there's always three questions at the bottom for you guys to go in and just look at that may lead you into the next conversation. Okay. Now I'm hoping this does produce the document so that you guys will already have a copy or have an idea of what this trust looks like. And again, you notice on the right-hand side here at the bottom in the box, that circle that's black with the black square in the middle, that means it's going through the process. It's thinking. Sometimes you can do it quickly. Sometimes it takes a little longer, depending how extensive this document could be, right? You know, I don't know how many pages my document is. I'm going to say it's almost 100 pages. So, you know, what I said is for this, the process might take a little while. And what I will do is, if it takes too much longer, I'll just go ahead and stop it. And I'll just create a video with the trust already in, so that you can start from there. But I'm going to give it a little while longer because I know it's just right there. And I want to see it for myself. There it is. Yay! It delivered. All right, here we go. Hypothetical living trust for Terry Bontemps. Terry Bontemps Revocable Living Trust, the name of the trust. The date it was created. I could have put the date in there. The declaration of the trust. I'm just going to, I ain't even going to say that. I'm tired. I ain't tired. I think that bad. I can keep going, but I think if I'm just quiet and let the lesson speak for itself. Oh man, I got to talk. The purpose of this trust to manage my assets, provide for my family, and ensure the efficient transfer of my estate upon my pass. Address, just be perfect. Finding the trust, real estate, bank accounts, investment accounts, personal property, life machines, management of the trust, management of the trust upon incapacity, distribution of the assets upon death, charitable contributions, special provisions, trustees' power, governing law, Trust institution. All right. And I know there's probably some more. I should probably type in there. Please continue. But you guys get it. You understand. Now, even if you do create your own trust, I highly recommend you have another attorney just look it over just to make sure it's specific for your state. Maybe if that's a part of it, you want to make sure that it's done right. Your charges are going to be minimal. Or they may say, you know what, it's best that we start with our trust because we know that trust and it works particularly for this state. And then we'll just put your information in. Again, that's minimal and it's well worth it. So, hey, I hope you guys have enjoyed this one. Man, I've already said there's probably 2 or 3, maybe other ones that I've already done that I'm excited about as far as teaching. I like this one because I'm personally into this protecting your assets and being able to pass your state, pass down generational wealth to your family. So, all right, hey, with nothing more, I think this one is it. I think this is my last one. I'll have to check. I may have one more, but hey, I'm telling you, this has been fun. It's been exciting. I'm excited I'm doing this. I'm excited I'm sharing with you. And I'm definitely excited about sharing the AI infrastructure. Now, bottom line, here's what I'm more excited about. When I look at all the things going on with AI, there's a lot happening. I mean, it is a lot. And tell you the truth, I don't even understand the conversation that's out there on the news, on the internet. I don't even understand most of the conversation. I would say I don't even understand 90% of what's going on with AI. And I said, come on, can someone just make it easy for a guy that only graduated from high school? And I think you're like me. Some of you are like me is like, you know what? I'm apprehensive of AI because of all this stuff that's going over my head that I don't understand. I'm confused as heck, so I'm definitely not going to get involved. Why don't somebody make it easy? Somebody please just give it to me like a third grader so I can start to understand it. And maybe if I start to understand it on that level, maybe then I might want to get involved to see the benefits. Some guy like Terry Bontemps say, hey, AI can make my life better and improve my life. Well, Terry Bontemps showed me. Oh, an estate plan. Oh, I can use AI to start a estate plan. Yeah, I can do AI for a retirement plan. Yeah, I can do AI for tax planning. Yes. Wow. I can do AI for education planning. Yes. I can do AI for insurance planning. Yes. Oh, wow. And it can make me money? Yes. It can make you money. How can AI build wealth? AI wealth building, AI real estate investment. All right, you guys. Man, it's been fun, but I better cut it loose because I'll go on and on and on because, again, I enjoy what I do. I have a passion for success. 44 years, 400 videos on YouTube right now. I should probably be tired. Most of say, Terry, you should be tired, but nope. Man, AI is going to blow me up, take it to another level, blow my mind. See y'all later. Have a good one. Bye.